Welcome back to the Stephen A. Smith Show. Before I get on out of here, I had to talk about a story that's very, very important. And albeit indirect.
Smith just dropped a massive update that effectively changes the entire hierarchy of women's basketball because according to his latest reports, Caitlin Clark has not only secured her spot on the future Team USA roster, but she has won the war for the number 22 jersey. You might think this is just a minor detail about a uniform, but you would be wrong because in the world of professional sports, and specifically within the ego-driven locker room of Team USA, this is a hostile takeover. Stephen A. Smith has been loud about the disrespect shown to Clark since day one. But this confirmation signals that the powers that be have finally surrendered to the undeniable reality that this is Caitlin Clark's world and everyone else is just living in it. The decision to give her the number 22 is a direct message to the old guard and the veterans who tried to hazing her out of the league that their time is up. To understand the gravity of this, we have to look back at the chaos of the 2024 Olympics, where Clark was famously snubbed. That decision was defended by coaches and selection committees as a basketball decision, but Stephen A. Smith called it what it was, which was pure jealousy and gatekeeping. They wanted her to wait her turn and pay her dues, but the ratings tanked without her and the conversation died. So now they are scrambling to fix the mistake. Giving her the number 22 is the apology. It is the olive branch. But more importantly, it is the admission that the marketing power of Caitlin Clark outweighs the seniority of every other player on that roster combined. This is going to cause massive waves because that number 22 is currently worn by Aya Wilson in the WNBA. And while international numbers can be different, the brand synergy is undeniable. For Clark to walk into a locker room full of MVPs and champions and demand her college number is a power move that we haven't seen since the days of Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant. It tells the world that she is not just a participant. She is the main attraction. Stephen A. Smith pointed out that this isn't just about a jersey number. It is about leverage. Caitlin Clark has more leverage than any rookie in the history of the sport. She has the Nike deal. She has the Gatorade deal. And she has the adoration of millions of fans who only watch because of her. The WNBA and Team USA realized that if they didn't give her what she wanted, she could simply walk away or focus on the new unrivaled league or just play 3-on-3, and their entire financial model would collapse. The confirmation that she is getting the 22 is a sign that the business side of basketball has finally overruled the petty personal side. We have to talk about the veterans like Diana Taurasi and Cheryl Swoops who have been critical of Clark because this news must be eating them alive. Diana Taurasi famously said, "Reality is coming for Clark," implying she would struggle. But the only reality that arrived was that Clark broke the assist record and sold out every arena she stepped into. Now, seeing Clark get the keys to the Team USA kingdom must feel like a definitive defeat for that generation. Stephen A. Smith has been relentless in exposing this dynamic, calling out the haters who refused to mention Clark's name or gave her backhanded compliments. He specifically called out the mean girl energy that permeated the league. This jersey confirmation is the antidote to that energy. It establishes Clark as the alpha, but it also sets up a fascinating conflict for the next Olympic cycle. How will the locker room handle this? You have players who have won gold medals, who have been in the trenches for a decade, and now the golden child walks in and takes the number and the spotlight. Stephen A. Smith predicts there will be tension, but he also predicts that winning cures everything. If Clark is throwing dimes and making life easier for Aya Wilson and Breanna Stewart, they will get over it. But the symbolism remains. The number 22 represents the new era. It represents the logo threes and the fast pace and the massive commercial success. By wearing it, Clark is branding Team USA as her team. This is exactly what Stephen A. Smith said needed to happen. He argued that you cannot hide your biggest star. You have to push her to the front. The 2024 snub was a marketing disaster that likely cost the league millions in potential revenue and global exposure. They're not making that mistake again. The executives at USA Basketball likely looked at the numbers and realized they were sitting on a gold mine that they refused to mine. So they caved. They gave her the number. They gave her the status. And now they are hoping she can lead them to dominance in 2028. This move also puts tremendous pressure on Clark. But she has proven time and time again that she eats pressure for breakfast. She has been the face of the sport since her Iowa days, and she hasn't cracked yet. In fact, the scrutiny seems to fuel her. Stephen A. Smith noted that Clark has a killer instinct that rivals the greats, and securing this number is part of that mindset. She knows her worth. She knows that without her, the WNBA is still playing in smaller venues and flying commercial. She changed the game, and she expects to be treated like the change agent she is. The rumors surrounding the unrivaled league are also a major factor here. This new league, founded by Stewart and Collier, is offering massive salaries and equity. If the WNBA and Team USA didn't step up and treat Clark like royalty, she had a very viable alternative. She could have taken the winter off or played exclusively in a league that marketed her correctly. This threat of competition forced the hand of the establishment. Stephen A. Smith emphasized that in business, you never let your competitor have the best asset. And right now, Caitlin Clark is the most valuable asset in women's sports. The confirmation of the jersey number is essentially a contract renewal that says, "We value you and we will build around you." It is also a signal to the coaches. Cheryl Reeve, the coach of the 2024 team, was visibly annoyed by the Clark questions during the Olympics. It is highly unlikely she will retain that attitude if she wants to keep her job. Or maybe we see a coaching change to someone who understands the modern game better. The offense has to be built around Clark's shooting and passing ability. You don't put a Ferrari in the garage, and you don't put Caitlin Clark in the corner. You give her the ball, and you give her the number 22. This news is going to send shockwaves through the fan bases as well. The Clark stans, as they are called, are going to view this as a total vindication. They argued for months that she was being blackballed and mistreated. Now they have the visual proof that they won. You can expect the number 22 Team USA jersey to be the highest-selling jersey in history within 24 hours of its release. That is the financial impact Stephen A. Smith keeps talking about. It isn't just about points per game. It is about dollars and cents. The WNBA is a business, and for the longest time it was a business that lost money. Caitlin Clark turned it into a business that makes money. The veterans can be mad about it all they want, but they're cashing the checks that her popularity is writing. That is the harsh truth that Stephen A. Smith delivers. He respects the game of the legends, but he respects the market more. And the market has chosen Caitlin Clark. The controversy over the number 22 is also interesting because of the history of players to wear almost anything. However, there is still a hierarchy. Usually, the captain or the most senior player gets first pick for a rookie. Essentially, to get her preferred number over players with 2 or 3 gold medals is unheard of. It breaks every unwritten rule of the locker room. But that is the point. Caitlin Clark breaks every rule. She breaks the shooting range rules. She breaks the viewership rules. And now she is breaking the seniority rules. This is why Stephen A. Smith calls her a revolutionary. You don't lead a revolution by asking for permission. You lead it by taking what is yours. And she just took the number 22. The reaction from players like Angel Ree will also be something to watch. The rivalry between them drives engagement, but this move elevates Clark to a different tier. She is now the face of the nation, not just a franchise. It separates her from the rest of her draft class. While others are having great rookie seasons, Clark is being anointed as the savior of the international program. It creates a new narrative for the next 4 years. The story isn't will she make the team anymore. The story is can she lead the team to gold? Stephen A. Smith believes she can. He believes that her style of play is actually better suited for the international game where spacing and shooting are premium. The physical play of the WNBA was a hurdle, but the skill level of international play matches her game perfectly. So, giving her the 22 is also a basketball decision. It says we are playing your way now. The old guard style of pounding the ball inside and playing slow is out. The pace and space era is in. This is a terrifying prospect for the rest of the world. Teams like France and Australia were catching up to Team USA. They smelled blood in the water in 2024. But with Clark running the point, the gap creates itself again. Her gravity pulls defenders out to 35 feet, leaving the lane wide open for the athletic finishers. It is a tactical nightmare to defend. Stephen A. Smith analyzed this, saying that Clark is the ultimate weapon. The Team USA left at home last time, but won't leave behind again. The confirmation of this news effectively ends the speculation and begins the hype train for Los Angeles 2028. It is going to be a long 4 years of buildup, but it starts now. The marketing machine is turning on. You will see Clark in the number 22 in every promo, every commercial, and every highlight reel. This is the new identity of USA basketball. And for the people who said she wasn't ready, or that she needed to get stronger, or that she was one-dimensional, they are now forced to eat their words. Stephen A. Smith is serving them a giant slice of humble pie. The vindication for him is almost as sweet as it is for Clark, because he took a lot of heat for defending her so aggressively. People called him a casual or said he didn't watch the games, but he stood his ground. He knew what he was seeing. He saw a generational talent that was being suppressed by a jealous establishment. And he knew that eventually talent wins. The Caitlin Clark effect is not a fad. It is the new standard. And the number 22 is the flag of that standard. As we move forward, expect to see more leaks and more confirmations about the roster construction. Who will play alongside her? Who will be cut to make room? These are the questions that will dominate the headlines. But the one constant, the one lock is Clark in the 22nd. It is the anchor of the team. The WNBA players returning from overseas are going to have to adjust to this new reality. The power dynamic has shifted while they were gone. The league they left is not the league they are coming back to. It is Clark's league now. And Team USA is Clark's team. Stephen A. Smith has made that abundantly clear. The days of paying dues are over. The day of getting paid is here, and nobody gets paid without Caitlin Clark. That is why this jersey number confirmation is the biggest news of the year. It signifies the complete and total victory of the new generation over the old. It is a harsh reality for some, but a beautiful one for the fans who just want to see the best basketball possible. Caitlin Clark wearing number 22 is the best basketball possible. It is showtime. It is excitement. It is history in the making. And Stephen A. Smith just let us all know that it is officially happening. So get your popcorn ready, because the show is about to begin and the star has just taken center stage. The criticism from the likes of Cheryl Swoops now looks even more petty in retrospect. Swoops tried to minimize Clark's impact, claiming she wouldn't dominate immediately and questioning her records. This narrative was picked up by a segment of the WNBA fan base that resented the media coverage Clark received. But Stephen A. Smith countered this by highlighting the statistical dominance Clark displayed in her rookie season, leading the league in assists and breaking the rookie scoring record. The number 22 jersey is the final scoreboard in that debate. It says that USA Basketball values Clark's contribution more than the opinions of the critics. It validates her impact not just as a marketing tool, but as a basketball savant. The unrivaled league leverage cannot be overstated. With 3x3 basketball gaining popularity and Olympic status, there was a legitimate fear that Clark could pivot to that format if she felt disrespected by the 5-on-5 committee. By locking her in with the number 22, Team USA is securing their asset against all competitors. It is a defensive move as much as an offensive one. They are protecting the shield. Stephen A. Smith also touched on the cultural impact. Clark has brought in young girls, families, and casual fans who never watched a WNBA game before. These fans don't care about the internal politics or who has been in the league for 10 years. They care about number 22. They want to see the logo 3s by giving her the number. Team USA is catering to the customer, which is something they failed to do in 2024. The disconnect between the product and the consumer was massive. This decision bridges that gap. It aligns the national team with the national interest. It is smart business and it is smart basketball. The question of O. Wilson's reaction remains the wild card. Wilson is the best player in the world right now. Arguably, she is a 2-time MVP and a defensive monster. If she embraces Clark and this new dynamic, they will be unstoppable. If there is friction, it could be a bumpy ride. But Stephen A. Smith believes that Wilson is a competitor who wants to win. She knows that Clark makes winning easier. The super team era of the WNBA is evolving into the super team era of Team USA with Clark as the engine. The 22 jersey symbolizes the fuel for that engine. We also have to consider the coaching staff's role in this. The coach will have to manage these massive egos. It takes a special kind of leader to tell Diana Taurasi to sit down or to tell AIA Wilson to clear the lane for a rookie. But that is what the job requires now. The confirmation of Clark's status makes the coach's job both easier and harder. Easier because you have the best talent. Harder because the spotlight is blinding. Every substitution, every play call will be analyzed through the lens of, is this good for Caitlin? Stephen A. Smith will be leading that analysis. He has positioned himself as the primary defender of the Clark legacy in the media. This report is another feather in his cap. He is driving the narrative, and the narrative is winning. The silence from the usually vocal critics is deafening right now. What can they say? They can't say she doesn't deserve it because the numbers say she does. They can't say it's just hype because the wins are real. They are backed into a corner and Caitlin Clark is standing in the middle of the ring with the number 22 on her chest. The fight is over. The decision is made. The future is now. The interesting subplot is the merchandise aspect. Nike has been waiting for this moment. They have shoes, apparel, and campaigns ready to launch. The delay in getting her on the team cost them money too. Now, the floodgates will open. The Clark 22 branding will be global. It will rival the Messi 10 or LeBron 23 in terms of visibility. That is the level we are talking about. It is transcending the sport of women's basketball and entering the realm of global pop culture icon status. Stephen A. Smith recognizes this. He sees the bigger picture. He knows that this is the moment the WNBA moves from a niche league to a major league. And it all rides on the shoulders of the girl from Iowa wearing number 22. The pressure is immense, but so is the talent. The confirmation is the green light. It is time to go. The speculation about who leaked this to Stephen A. Smith is also rampant. Was it Clark's agent? Was it a Nike exec? Was it someone inside USA Basketball trying to get ahead of the story? Whoever it was, they knew exactly what they were doing. They were cementing the narrative before the official press release. They were making it impossible for the decision to be reversed. It was a strategic leak to ensure that Clark got her due. The game behind the game is just as ruthless as the game on the court. And Clark's team is playing it perfectly. They are undefeated in the PR war. The haters are 0 to 10. This is the reality of modern sports. You have to win the headlines to win the opportunities. Clark has won both. She has the headlines. She has the opportunity. And now she has the number. The trifecta is complete. The only thing left is to play the games. And if her track record is any indication, the games are going to be must-see TV. Stephen A. Smith will be there watching. The world will be watching. And Caitlin Clark will be ready. The number 22 is more than a number. It is a destiny. A destiny that was delayed by politics, but could not be denied by talent. The delay only made the arrival more impactful. It created a hunger in the fan base. It created a storyline of redemption and triumph. In a way, the snub was the best thing that could have happened for her brand because it turned her into a martyr and now a conqueror. The hero's journey is complete. She has returned with the prize. And the prize is the number 22 jersey of the United States of America. It doesn't get any bigger than that. So let the debates end and let the games begin. The Caitlin Clark era is fully confirmed, and it is going to be spectacular.